So let's see. What shall I do? I want to get a Zerg in here. Let's go with Zenio versus WeekendfOu. The newest Liquid edition, Zenio, the Korean Zerg, had his replay pack released, and we're going to watch a Protoss versus a Zerg, a PvZ, on the new Cloud Kingdom. Well, it's not really new anymore, is it? No, I guess not. So here we go. In the upper right-hand corner in the blue, you have yourself the Zerg LiquidZenio, as I lagged it a little bit there, apparently. Oh no, you can see how long the game is, crap. Well, maybe not, because I have my little O-Dog thingy up here now, so it's at least obscuring it, so you have to stare at it and all that stuff. So anyway, very interesting. Zenio, I don't think Zenio is actually at MLG Columbus. He is in, I believe he's in Korea for the GSL, getting ready to try and maintain his Code S standing. I'm actually kind of making that up. I'm not absolutely certain. That's my guess, but I didn't see him or his name for the MLG Columbus. So WeekendfOu, you putting out that pylon. Looks like he's going to Forge, Fast, Expand, the normal play by Protosses against a Zerg these days. So I'm actually kind of confused, and I have been because I can't. Well, truthfully, ooh, he canceled something there. That's interesting. Because WeekendfOu or FOU used to be part of FXO, is now part of FXO. I always get that really mixed up and confused, as the probe is down to probably try and delay the natural, the expo of the Zerg, while Zenio going for the normal, which becomes standard in PvZ, the 12, I think that was a 12 spawning pool? It had to have been a 12 spawning pool. And there's the Forge from FOU, or Weekend. Yeah, I'm going to get confused. So anyway, I think the FOU merged with FXO, and that FXO and FOU are the same thing, because I seem to remember Leenock being FOU Leenock. So anyway, I think they're FXO now. And Weekend might not even be a part of the team anymore. He may be just playing on ladder for fun. His career might be over. Or pro career, he may not be participating with a team. I don't know. So Nexus before Cannon for Weekend. Very interesting right there for the PvZ. You don't always see that, because you're always worried about, ooh, even a gateway goes down before the cannon. I think a Weekend is trying to cut corners here and get away with without putting down a cannon before he absolutely has to. And Zenio's gonna let him, it seems. Well, not let him exactly, but he's chosen only to get out 4 lings, and he's currently chasing a probe around. And ooh, Zenio, oh well, that's just on its way. And there pylon goes down, and there's the cannon. So the complete, no, not a complete wall off. That probe is standing in the way. And the one Zergling is going to reach it. Is he going to take out that probe before the cannon finishes? He actually is, but the Zergling is going to die in response. And without speed and with only 2 Zerglings, there's no reason to run up into the main. You know exactly pretty much what's going on naturally. The assimilator follow-up, both gases being taken by Weekend, as Zenio is droning like a madman. There's his second queen out, and that queen, because of how stupidly slow they are, will get down to this natural about the same time it finishes. Or a little bit afterwards. So the cybernetics core also going down, still leaving that little avenue so that his units can get out, including for scouting with this probe. Probe probably going to check to see if the third has been taken yet. It has not been yet, but this drone looks like it's getting ready to. The probe could get there and delay the hatchery actually for a little while. Good. Oh, the Zerglings are going to get there. The Zerglings are going to get there. The probe's going to go and dance around and try and get some scouting information. No, it's going to run away. So Zenio, in case you didn't notice, something else I like is when against the Zerg, and I'll be copying this when I play ZVP. I play as random a little bit more now. And the +1s follow up on its way. It looks like that's become the weapon of choice in the metagame for the Protosses in PvZ, is to go for, instead of a Stargate follow-up, is to go for some sort of Zealot Pressure +1 with Warp Gate just finishing. So Zenio droning like a madman. Like I said, he made his second queen at his main hatchery, and then that came out before the natural was done. That allowed him to lay down a creep tuner and connect his two bases. If there's something I've been impressed with Zenio in the few games I've casted of his, as both weekend. Oop, now they're, nope, they're not. Never mind. I was gonna say they're both supply blocked. No, they're not. As Zenio takes his second gas at his natural, so he's got 2 gases total. But what I've been impressed with Zenio is his creep spread. It's been absolutely phenomenal. Even when it's gotten destroyed or pushed back or he's had interruptions, he keeps spreading that creep, and it's just so impressive to watch. I really, he's like a Picasso, I guess, maybe, of creep. Would that work? And another supply block for Weekend. So the third finishes up for LiquidZenio. He does have a ways to go. He does not have a queen out yet for that hatchery. He will soon. He doesn't have an extra queen out to do any sort of what do you call it? Any sort of creep spread. Nothing. No queen dedicated to creep. And the Roach Warren finishes up. Metabolic Boost on its way right now. Only just started a little while ago. But +1 is done, as is Gateway Tech, and here come 3. Ooh, those look like late gates though. With Warp Gate Tech done already, the Gateway's only just on their way. Out comes a Warp Prism and an Immortal. Oh, we're gonna. Oh wait, no. Ooh, what's this gonna be? Oh, the Warp Prism is actually going to be used, I guess, to spot the. No, stop. There you. No, stop it. Stop your attacking your. Oh boy. He attacked his own Warp Prism for 35 damage. Well, he is going to kill that Overlord and then save the Stalker. He does get that gratification, and he does pick up 3 of his 4 Stalkers, and that Immortal's going to sit there. Sorry, I'm being mean, I guess. A couple of Zerglings out at the front, more Zerglings out, and then they did see with this Watchtower the Warp Prism and the Stalker, so they're just going to follow that Warp Prism around, or they're going to actually let it go. I mean, he at least, and a good Overlord spread as well around his bases, he'll know. So WeekendfOu is actually going to look like he's going to try and pick up the Stalkers. Good job, well done. He's going to pick away at the Overlords. Nothing can shoot up, so that Warp Prism is completely safe, and Overseer is back into the mineral line, and the second at the main natural. It's the natural of Weekend, and the 4 gates are done. Here come, whoa, 4 more gates. He's gonna have 9 gates and +1/+1 done, and those Stalkers are gonna get a couple kills. Apparently 4 Stalkers one-shot drones. Oh, run away. Pick up and run away. WeekendfOu picks up and runs away. He's going to be really annoying with this Warp Prism. Who does he think he is, hero? And he's going to actually swing around back into the main. And he's going to pick off, he's going to try and attack from the high ground. Very good. I don't know if the Roaches can actually reach. They can reach, but just barely. He's going to pick up once again. Only the Queens can attack air right now for Zenio. He does have that lair up, though. And the Hydralisks then and the Grooved Spikes are on their way. Very defensive build. Normally you only see Hydralisks if the Protoss goes for air. He has all sorts of Chrono Boost saved up on his main. Nexus, outgo. Ooh, nasty death. And 2 more Photon Cannons going down. The fear of the counterattack is strong with this one. 3 Immortals out. Those 4 Stalkers and the Warp Prism. I wonder, no, I haven't seen a robotics base, so that means no speed boost for the Warp Prism as it goes out in front. And Zenio buying time with these Zerglings, trying to surround any units lagging behind. So here we go. This is going to be a 9-gate, a +1/+1 9-gate push. Basically, Weekend has to kill this third at least in order to make it worth it. And boy, that's way too many Roaches and not enough Hydralisks / Zerglings. especially with 3 Immortals out on the field, and those are good force fields, keeping the Zerglings from getting any sort of surround. There we go. Oh, Zenio, very nicely done. He's able to, he's not going to, he may not hold on to this third all that well, but he was able to stop the push due to the fear of a counterattack by those Zerglings from the back, especially if he used up all the force fields in the front. Here come the Zerglings from the back. He's going to get a full surround off, although the Hydralisks are getting torn to pieces without any sort of roach help, and those Immortals are all still alive. Oh boy, Immortals 7 kills, 5 kills, 6 kills. Immortals, so much damage, and this Warp Prism allows a movable forward pylon for the Protoss. Very nicely done. And +1 range is done. And that's the only upgrade right now, along with Root Spikes for the Zerg and those force fields. The thing about the force fields, though, while they they allow FOU, they allow Weekend to kill more units than he should without losing too many, including catching those 3 roaches. Nice catch right there. He's almost out of them. In fact, I think he might actually, he's got 2 force fields left. He might have a third in about 5 to 10 seconds. And those force fields are what's keeping his army alive and allowing him, he's got to make a push though. He's got to push out and get rid of this third. He has to do it. He's stuck on 2 bases. The Overlord's there. Here comes the engagement. Like I said, he has limited force fields left. Zenio's army, though, is very low. They're good force fields using the hatchery against the Zerg. And the counterattack from behind by the Roach is very nicely done, at least keeping the Protoss at bay, keeping this third alive, allowing Zenio to continue to mine. That's very important. I gotta think that soon Zenio's forces are going to outnumber and keep the and be able to push back the Protoss, and this could be it right here. He's stuck. There is going to be no retreat for FOU. This is do or die right here. Good force fields keeping the Hydralisks at bay. The Roaches get cleaned up in the back. I have everyone's views, only one person's views on. Zerglings stuck in the back here. Oh, those Zerglings are stuck. He's got to retreat back. The Stalker doing tons of damage, though. Down goes 1 Immortal. This Immortal, 14 kills, more Warpings, 4 Zealots, 4 Stalkers warping in. The drones have come in to fight, but they're not going to do it. More deaths. This Spinecrawler has 4 kills. And the hatchery is going to live. It's going to live for now. It's going to stay alive for now. Oh, it's Zenio. Zenio doesn't have creep connecting the 2. There's the force down right there by Weekend. I don't know if it was enough, though. This is going to be very interesting. Neither player, in my opinion, has the advantage. In fact, Zenio feeling so ballsy that he remade the hatchery almost right away. Had to recancel it, though. More roaches coming along. Ooh, this has been a constant battle, and this queen has a whole lot of energy on her. You can tell Zenio's concentration has been elsewhere, and like I said, this is very much a 9-gate. I've never seen a 9-gate, but it seems to be a 9-gate all-in. He had to kill that third, and he pretty much has to destroy the army of Zenio in one fell swoop here. That third's going to be canceled by Zenio. It's got to be canceled by Zenio. I don't see how he can keep it off. It is keeping a Zealot out from attacking, and Zenio's force is dwindling slowly. +2-0. He now has a slight upgrade advantage. No blink, no charge for Weekend FOU, but that Warp Prism is allowing him to continuously warp in units, and that third is going to have to be canceled. No, Zenio doing whatever he can to save it. Oh, and he does finally cancel at the end, does not risk losing all of those minerals. And it's a waiting game right now. Zenio knows. I'm surprised Zenio's not maybe trying to expand here. Although if he did that, if he takes out the Warp Prism, that would have been big. Oh, that Warp Prism almost got too far ahead of itself. Focusing down the weak Stalker, and more roaches coming in. I gotta say right now that this is trouble for Weekend. Zenio has enough roaches that he may be able to push through this, but I might be wrong. The Zealots are almost dead. That Zealot buffer is gone. The roaches are dealing just with Stalkers in a couple sentries. Limited force fields left. More Stalkers warping, and that's a lot of Stalkers. They don't have Blink, though, and they are down on upgrades. +2 weapon attack is done, and those force fields are nice. Again, using the hatchery against his own hatchery against LiquidZenio. It provides part of that force field to keep the roaches back, and again that third gets canceled. That is at least the 4th or 5th time that third has been canceled for Zenio. But more roaches once again coming back. I gotta say, this is a real back-and-forth nail-biter here. Weekend has to do more damage, though. Zenio still holding on. I still say that he's got the slight advantage here. Weekend slowly but surely pushing up into the natural now. And that's a good amount of roaches. drones even being pulled in now to the fight. 4 drones. I don't know what they're doing. They're going to mine. More warp-ins for Weekend. This is just a ticking time bomb, though. Zenio does not have a third up, though, so Weekend does have the advantage, but he's slowly going to run out. He had less mining. He didn't mine at all at his third. In fact, that third is being creeped on, and there's a Zergling there. So if Weekend tries to expand, he's not even using his... Wow, he's not even using his Chrono Boost on his gateways. Again, no upgrades. 2-0. No upgrades either for Zenio. He has just been plain roaching. I don't even think he has roach speed, actually. He does have burrowed movement, though. And Zenio's forced to GG out. He did have well, I can't tell. Did he have roach speed? I think he must have had roach speed. Yeah, he had to have had roach speed. He at least had the burrow. And so the 9-gate all-in does enough damage. I'm surprised Zenio GG'd out, if only because of the fact that, like I said, it was a ticking time bomb of... If I know that the idea and the thought process is that Zerg need to be up a base on a Protoss to win, or a Terran even. And I understand that thought process, but I mean, the both players were really low on minerals. Zenio had the advantage of mining from this base, so they were almost even. It would have been very close. I did find it interesting that Zenio went for Hydras. I don't know what he read there. I must have missed it. But a very close game. That 9-gate. Yes, there are 9 gates. 1, 4, and then... Oh, no, it's an 8-gate. Why did I say 9? Oh, the pylon threw me off. Must have. 8-gate all in with a couple of Immortals. Those Immortals had a lot of kills on them. And this Warp Prism also had a good amount of kills on it. And I say a good amount of kills on it because it was part of that 4-Stalker strike team that got at least... It had like... The Stalkers had 8 kills or so on drones. Did an excellent job harassing Zenio, getting him a little bit off his game, and then the Warp Prism allowing you to... Basically, because the Zerg didn't have anything to shoot up, they could not take out that forward pylon. Otherwise, if he had 8-gate all-in without the Warp Prism and laid down pylons, a couple of those counterattacks by Zenio probably would have taken out that pylon. So well played by Weekend, well thought out.